brad nailer. No, you don't have to be Brad to use it, and if you nail someone named Brad with it, he would probably object. Well, a brad nailer is used for driving fine point brads, which are tiny finishing nails if you're not sure what a brad is. And I picked this DeWALT DCN680D1 brad nailer kit to be used at the renovation house. I do already have a DeWALT finish nailer, 20 volt. This is also a 20 volt brushless. I have a brad nailer up there, and I have some hanging on the board back here as well, and a couple other ones on the shelf. Those are pneumatic. They're great for using around the shop here. I got a big air compressor, air hoses, and all that kind of stuff. But what I find very inconvenient is trying to drag a air hose and so on through the renovation house that we're working on. We have a lot of trim and millwork to do, and I need to be able to go around without having to mess around with the air compressor and the hose and possibly scarring someone up dragging that hose around. So for some reason this was hard to find. I did find one at Home Depot, which is where this came from. It was $2.99. If you look online right now, this is the end of May of 2021. There seems to be a shortage of these, so people that are online selling these are trying to scalp for them. You find them anywhere from $400 to $600 for the same kit. I had to do a little bit of searching around, but I did find a Home Depot that had one, so drove up there and got it. And we're going to unbox it, talk about it, see how it works, coming up. Hi, I'm Roger. Welcome to the shop. Did you ever wonder why it is that your feet smell and your nose runs? Shouldn't it be the other way around? Anyway, here to talk about the DeWALT DCN680D1 brad nailer kit. And we're going to unbox it, see what's in there, and check it out. And also welcome to a very messy shop. Because of the renovation house project, we've been making a lot of trim and millwork in here. And there's sawdust and there's just stuff everywhere. So we have kind of an insert. I don't want to drop this all over. So there's the brad nailer. This would be the carry bag. My finish nailer has a plastic case, but I've had it for a few years. And a finish nailer is not a nailer that was made in Finland. It's a nailer for driving finish nails. And the finished nails are not necessarily made in Finland either. So, here we go. Just add to the mess. Comes with charger. And I have plenty of those, but I could not find just the bare tool. Of course, the bag. Boom. More trash. We have another one of the, this is a 2 amp hour battery. I have just done a video on unboxing a drill and impact driver set. They have the 1.5 amp hour batteries. And they say the DeWALT Max. This one doesn't say the Max, but from what I've read, it doesn't really make any difference. But this one does have a little charge indicator on the end, which shows me that this is 2/3 charged. So we'll check that out here in a minute. And of course, comes with the manual that most people don't read. And the brad nailer. Nice little protective point on it. And there is adjustment for depth here, as on my other brad nailers. Stop, use only 18 gauge brad nails. And it's in 3 languages. So I'll have to go grab some brads here and a piece of wood. We'll try this out. Okay, went and fetched me some 5/8 brads, and I got a couple scraps of wood here we're going to play with. I'll tell you a little bit about this. It's got some features that my finish nailer does not have, and it has other features that my finish nailer does have. So we'll add some brads here. If you've never loaded one of these before, and hopefully I can get this to where the camera will focus. This is going to be kind of hard because this is black. There's little grooves in here, and they correspond to the head on your nails and the length. So you don't want to put like these are little 5/8 brads. You don't want to stick them clear up here where you'd be using 1.5 inches. You want to get down here on the bottom row. And they'll slip right in there, and then you just close the back up and it'll latch. And a couple other things on this, and this is just like my finish nailer. If you get a jam, and one of the features of this is, if you do get a jam, this little light on the right-hand side will start flashing to let you know you have a jam and you need to clear it. If the little light on the left-hand side starts flashing, it means your battery's low and you need to charge it or replace it. So if you do get a jam, and we've all been in a jam now and then, so all you do is you grab the front of the nose here in the upper part, you lift this up, and you can actually eject your brads that way, but that is also a way to clear a jam, because you have full access to the nose here on the front. Then you close it back up, latch a little thing, snaps back in place. Now I'll retrieve my brads that, incidentally, when you are going to do that, release this or you'll do what I just did. My finish nailer does the same thing. I just happen not to think about it. So, get them back in there. There's a depth adjustment knob right here where you can adjust how far it drives that brad in. And there's a little indicator window right here with a little, well, an indicator. And it moves according to these little things on the side right there. Lets you know your depth. So we could play around with that a little bit. So we'll throw a battery on here. Yeah, this is 2/3 charged, so we should be good there. And I'll just lay a piece here. And you need to turn it on. There's a little lock button right here where you can lock the trigger off. And that overdrove that a little bit, so we will back up the depth a little. And I know you can't see that because brad heads are so small, but it set it absolutely perfectly. It's just below the surface. It'll be very easy to fill with wood filler if you're doing millwork, which is what I'm going to be doing with this. Another thing that's nice is you can see the lights on the side. They will light up your work area. So when you are pushing down, you'll hear a motor run like that, and it'll also turn those lights on. There is a button right down here on the base where if you want to shoot just one at a time, there's a little picture of one brad on there. That's where you would set that. If you want to set it where you hold the trigger and just start hitting, you would set it over here to the picture with multiple brads in it. When it's in the single brad mode and you pull the trigger, it does nothing until it's actually on the work surface, like so. And I will generally keep it at that because I will be doing fine work with this. Now, we'll compare this to a conventional brad nailer. Okay, I had to run off and get another brad nailer. I also have a Porter cable, but it's not in here. It's in the back shed. I'm not going to run back there yet. It's raining out there. End of Maine, it's 50 degrees, hence the long sleeve shirt. So what's up with that? Compare this. This is a Master Force. It's a Menards brand. It's actually a good tool. And it has an LED light on the front. You can turn on and off. It has a little battery inside. And you clear jams the same way you do on the DeWALT right here. This weighs 3 pounds without the air hose. This weighs just a little over 6 pounds with the small battery on it. And I suppose it's going to hit about 7 pounds when you put the 5 amp hour battery on it. But the plus side is you don't need to drag an air hose around. And that's the big deal with what I'm doing at the renovation house. We have a tremendous amount of finish work to do, and I just don't want to drag that hose around. So that's my review of this, the DCN680 20-volt brushless brad nailer. If you got something out of this, appreciate getting a thumbs up. And of course, we're always looking for subscribers, and next to that subscribe button's a little bell. You ring that bell, you'll be notified when I post another video. Otherwise, I'm Roger in a very messy shop. See you in the next one.